Well, good afternoon everyone, and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now today it's Paphiopedilum watering day and feed. So I'm just going to go through what I'm going to feed them, and we'll see what we've got here. Well, in there I've got the calcium carbonate, got some Epsom salts, and I've got some seaweed extract with sequestered iron. And this is what I'm going to feed them on today. But I've got to make sure that the pH of this RO water is round about 5.8 to 6.4, something like that. Right, so we'll start. So we'll get the calcium nitrate, and we'll put half a teaspoonful of it in there, and I need some hot water. Just some hot water to melt it. I might as well fill it up because it'll all go in the yellow tub, just to warm it up a little bit. I'll put some in there. Needs to be about 23 degrees or something like that. Now what I'm doing is what I do to feed the paths. It doesn't mean to say other people are wrong on what they do, it's just the way I do it. So I'll put this back in there, a chance to lose it. Now the pH of the water before I put anything in is, it's a bit slow this for doing. I'll come back to you in a bit for this. It can take ages. It's just starting to drop now. This can't be right. There's something wrong with this. I just have to check this on 10. Nah, can't be, it's going up. So I'll have to check this. I'll have to recalibrate it. Well, we're struggling a bit here. I got my other pH meter and the classifier on the bottom has broken, so I can't use that. So we'll have to calibrate this other one if we can. And I've got this calibration fluid. I don't know whether you can see it or not. It's let's have a see if you can see it. It's this, and it says it's got to be dissolved in 250 ml of RO water or deionized water at 25 degrees centigrade. So we'll test the temperature of this. Which is 22, so I'll need a little bit of warm water in it. Well, that's a kettle you can hear behind me, and I fill that with excuse me, RO water as well. So I'm waiting for that to boil, then I can get this temperature up to 25 degrees. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to have a glass of wine and one of these homemade buns I made yesterday. Well, at long last, after some messing about, I've got the water to 25 degrees, and it's measuring 2 parts per million. So we'll just put this in. in 250 mils of water, it says. And get it all in. And I presume we'll have to wait till that's all dissolved. So hang on a few minutes again. Well, after much messing about, I found that both my pH meters, or pH pens as they're called, are broken, so I'll have to order another one. But rest assured that it's around 6.8 in the tub, and I need it round about 6.4, so I'll just put about 3 drops of the pH down in, so that'll reduce it quite considerably. If you haven't any pH down and you want to get your pH to a lower level than you've got it, then you can always add a little bit of lemon juice. Well, I've added the calcium nitrate to the water, and now the TDS reading is 289. Don't say something's gone wrong with this, unless I put too much. Anyhow, we'll start again. Right, so we've added the calcium nitrate to the bucket, and it's now standing at 107. Now then, to put the Epsom salts in, it needs a third less of Epsom salts, because you need 3 times more calcium than you do magnesium. So a third less, we'll say we'll have about 35, so we've got to put 35 ppm in there, so we'll have to just mix it and see what it does. So we're hoping it's around about 140ish. It's 126, so we'll put a bit more in. And now we're at 140, 139, 140, so that's fine. Temperature of the water is, let's see, 22 degrees, so that's fine. I'll just have to order myself a new pH meter, that's all. So we've got the calcium in, we've got the magnesium in, but the calcium also has nitrogen in it, calcium nitrate, and the Epsom salts has manganese in it, or magnesium, and that's fine. So we'll just add a drop of this, these nutrients. It's a new one, this, so we'll see what it's like. Probably have to shake it well. Can't get the top off. There we are. So we'll just put about, I don't know, about that much in. So we finished up with a reading in the parts per million of 1/86. That's brilliant. So the only thing we have to do now is water them. All these plants have been flushed for the last 2 waterings, so we'll use the same water. This one is a Paphiopedilum ransii species, very rare, and it's growing very nicely. Takes a long time to grow. That's the trouble with these paths. You know, you can flower them and it can be another 2, 3, 4 years before they flower again. This one is Philippinense Robelenii. So this is the one with the twisted petals when they come down. And this has got 2 nice new young growths coming up. Don't know whether you can see them or not. So that's a nice sign. It's a good sign that everything's right underneath with the roots. This one is a this is a Berenice, which is Philippinense Crosslowii. They don't seem to be doing so badly on the in the living room on the table there, but they don't get a lot of light. You know, I have to switch the overhead lights on in an evening to make sure they get enough. I think the ones in the other room where the new LEDs have got, I'll have to feed them a little bit more, because you know, the more light they get, the more they need feeding. This is a young angel hair. I'll just do these few. This one is a Parishii cross Pristens. Gets very warm in the living room where the plants are now, so instead of feeding them once a week or watering them once a week, I'll probably have to do them 3 times in a fortnight. And the last one I'll do for you is this, it's falling over a little bit. It's a big plant, it's Paphiopedilum Sanders Parish. I've been trying to get it going, nearly lost this. It wasn't very good when I got it, but I'm trying to keep it going. That's all we can do. So I've about another 30 plants to water, but you don't want to see me doing all that, so thank you very much for watching. This is just the way I do it, and if there's one thing it's taught me, this video, is that I needed to put a new pH meter. So thanks very much to all my subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate if you did so. So thank you very much, and until next time, I'll see you later.